Peace, 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 family. What's up? I am Chi Vital, aka King Chi, and I am back with another tool for your toolkits. We are here at the final 3D Durga lesson for this series. I am very excited and still a little sad at the same time that I'll be done with giving you all these codes and these prompts behind these weapons and tools for immaculate, powerful character in life. I'm going to miss going through these with you all. Of course, there's so many more to discover, to um, tap into, to play with, to cultivate. But, anyways, I'm excited, y'all. So, as soon as y'all get here, make sure to like and share the video so that everyone knows that class is in session. All right. I'm lit up. I'm lit up, baby. I love when we get into this part of the work where it becomes a spiritual ritual around your own development, becoming the divine. That's what it's all about. Okay. So I am going to go over 4 tools today, which will conclude the 10 weapons that I wanted to go over. The final one, I swear, was like a toss up. I wasn't sure what I would make the final one, but I figured, although we really discussed this animal vehicle of power of Durga, it was most important to close out with this piece, because at the end of the day, you all are going to be leaving these lessons way more empowered and charged up over your own lives than ever before. If you know that these lessons have been super powerful, insanely like evident in your lives, please put some lines in the chat. Let everyone know that this is real. Everything was real. This is not play. This is not make believe. This is not feel good talking. This is some real serious work for your own evolution. All right. So here we go. The Where are we at? The eighth. Okay. So the eighth weapon, which is funny, right? The eighth weapon that my Durga has. And I say it's funny because how can a flower be a weapon? All right, so the lotus flower. Let's talk about it. Because there's so much to grasp from the lotus flower. I cannot get over how the lotus flower has been so magical in my own life. All right. I want you to quote this next to the lotus flower and put it in bold. I got it from the mud. Okay. I got it from the mud. That is something that is so trendy now, right? But it's the most empowering feeling when realizing that the beauty that you see in something developing into its full manifestation, even if it's not all the way there yet, is that you created it with your own desire, your own skills, your own love for it, your devotion to it. It's you. Like, that's me right there. Okay. So the lotus flower, because of its journey, not only speaks to getting through the mud, but what is it that got the lotus to leave the mud and reach the surface? What is it? That is what is key. Okay? Because if it were not for the love and the devotion and the desire, okay, and the surrender to this calling, this surrender to this love, it wouldn't have happened. That lotus would have just stayed there at the bottom of the mud. So the story is that the lotus really is climbing through all of that to reach the sun, to experience firsthand without anything in between. Okay? The warmth, the life giving, energizing, solar power of the sun, the light. All right? That is what lifts the lotus out of the dirt. And what does the lotus have to go through? The water. The water. The water is going to be consistently, anywhere you look, the water is going to be a consistent representation of either rebirth, rejuvenation, or emotions. Okay? The water here on earth represents our earthly cosmos. The sky and the stars in the sky are the water of the cosmos. Water is going to be consistent in any level of spirituality that you can look at. There is water. Water is life. Okay? So what I love about the lotus, and for you to do as a practice to see if you have tapped into the characteristic of the lotus, is to look in the mirror. Okay? Look into the mirror. And I know some of y'all are probably going through the most intense times of your lives. You're not by yourself. It's fine. Okay, we're here. Hi, hello. Okay? But look in the mirror. And I want you to look at your chest rise and fall. Just like this, simple. For me, it's a little more subtle because I'm a belly breather. But let's do it again. Take a moment and breathe in. Hello. You're looking in the mirror, watching your chest rise and fall. Why? Because you're sunny side up, boo. You're not 6 feet under. So no matter what is going on around you in this moment, you utilize the tool of the lotus. When you are down and you made it to this moment in time, think about what motivated you to be able to be standing here sunny side up still, because the choices of not being here are very real. And whatever your story is, you're still here. And so we're glad that you're here. Okay? The lotus speaks to your devotion and your commitment to not surrender to the mud. Do not let your light be defeated by the space in between you and reaching it. That light that you are reaching for is you. It is a part of you. The lotus is not just growing because it has mud and water. It is being fed. It is being nurtured. It is being cultivated. It is being empowered to reach the surface of the water by the light that is there shining. So it's a part of its fabric. All right? So that's the lotus. Do it for love, baby. Surrender to what you are going to do with total love and devotion. If that's your because, then all that comes after that are like perks. Okay? I know that was so beautiful and poetic. I'm sure you all enjoyed it. Because the lotus flower, like, she's a bad bee. I actually have a song, I'll link the song so it has its proper rights and such that reminds me of the lotus. Okay? It's called Follow the Sun. It's actually one of my daughter's favorite songs. So moving on. Let me just pause on that. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feeling it? What up, Sunshine? What up, Nikki? Bird Gang in the building. What up, Zakia? How are you feeling about that? How my lovely people? All right. So next, the thing I want to talk about is the axe. Okay, the axe. Me being the Omo Shango, I can't leave the axe out. Okay. And while the axe, when I received it, peace sage, when I received it, initially I didn't see this meaning in it, but with time sitting with different tools, your spirit will reveal to you how meaningful they are. So with the axe is straight up killer. Straight up. Do you have a killer in your toolbox? Do you have the ability to choke and behead the evils in your life? Not just to kill it, but to be fearless in the face of the consequences of killing it. And not just to kill it, but to choke it. The key word is choking it. Because in order for us to experience choking, the air supply has to be cut off. Okay? The air time, like, your mic is off. No air time for you. So whether that goes to negative thinking, negative actions, negative habits, negative social attachments, or relationships to how you exist in that sphere, are you willing to be fearless in the face of the consequences of giving it no more airtime? Because the reality is, whenever you're doing something for better or worse, there's consequences for it. Okay? And in this instance, all that you're attached to that keeps bringing some level of negativity into your life, whether you are the source of it or others are the source of it, and because you're connected to it, you still the source of it, give that back to you, right? Or rather, I'll take it back for myself, right? Are you willing to fearlessly face the consequences of being at that level of growth? That is the tool of the axe. And when you go and you reflect in meditation with this tool, think about if you're ready to, like Pokemon cards, like, I choose you, bam, right? Put that on the joint, like, here's an axe on that. Okay? All right. That's number 9. So here's the finale. Don't be sad. I'm not sad. I'm glad. I'm excited. All right. The lion. Every single one of us has a lion in our being. I want to repeat this because sometimes we just need to hear it and know that this is a fact. Every one of us has a lion within us. And that lion represents your strength, your raw power. All right? The lion, and sometimes you'll see or you'll notice the relaxed grace that you see on that Durga is because she has total control over that raw power in such a way that she knows when to release that strength and when to hold it back. Okay? She owns the power, it belongs to her. So, the thing for you to sit and think about is, what is your strength? What is your strength? Because if you keep walking through life not knowing what your strength is, then others may find out what your strength is and they will own it for themselves. Okay? And that places you in a real tricky situation because the lion represents your raw power, what your spirit, what your consciousness came here with. Okay? That's really important. Oh, y'all know what? Even better. Because I forgot I wanted to share one more with you. Because we're not on 10. I'm on 10. I'm on 10. All right. But I want to leave that with you. And I do want to give you some prompts for your writing, for your self-development. I want to know if you trust yourself with your power. Because some of you realize that your power and your strength is an interchangeable force. Know what it is, but you don't quite use it to your advantage. And when I say strength, it's not always something that is a brute force. Strength is not built in brute force. Okay? We're talking about the strength that gives you power. Some of you, if you're a nurturer and that is your strength, utilize your nurturing as a powerful skill and tool for the satisfaction of your own soul and not just as a slave to others. You know, it can be as simple as that. You can be a dope techie. You understand how to put together computer programs, but maybe you use that skill only in a 9-to-5 job. And when it's time for you to build something for yourself, you don't do it. That's someone else owning your strength and your power. Okay? So do you trust yourself with your strength so that you can have a beautiful harmony between that raw power and exerting it instead of becoming another type of evil? Because that's what that strength is there for, to prevent you from being hurt by any other type of negativity. All right. So I told y'all that was the last one, but no, the last one is now. Forgive me. Forgive me. Last one is also one of my favorites, and it's the conch shell. I have so many. I should have brought one of the conch shells here. The conch shell represents the sound, the universal sound of Om. Why is this a tool? This is a tool because that sound in itself has the power to fully calibrate you back to the recognizing of yourself. Om is the first sound from the 0 point. So if you're all the way here, like I said, oh, I'm on 100, I'm on 1,000, right? If you're in a space where you get all the way out here and you start to experience that peak in chaos where you're wanting to go back to centering, because it's necessary. The ebbs and flow are necessary. You want to go back to a place where you tap into your toolbox. You want to go to the place where you recognize one, you're standing here and you're coming from the 0 point. You are the choice of being. Some gifted and advanced souls can tap into that 0 point, the Akashic records, and go and flip through various moments of Om. Okay? But even someone who is just getting into this work, listening to that sound or chanting incessantly the sound of Om, the frequency will return you to that space where you will remember that once upon a time you belonged to this pool of infinite possibilities and nothingness and became a someone. And when you became a someone, what is it? What was it that you had agreed to be? Okay? Just took out from 0 to 2, but y'all get there at some point in time. All right. Well, that's all I have to share with you today. I really enjoy sharing these reflections and these journal prompts for your continuous development, having fun with yourself, and for the parents and people in relationships, giving you something to talk about, build on, so that we can have more intimacy at deeper levels and being able to see and accept one another as we are, especially ourselves. Peace, love, and bliss. I look forward to seeing your reflections in the groups.